Let me show you all camera settings available on Xiaomi 15T. So in order to find these camera settings, of course, we need to open the camera. Next, we need to tap on this arrow that we have in the top middle side of the phone, or we need to swipe down on the camera preview. And then over here, choose settings. Once we go to camera settings, we have three categories: photo, video, and general. First, we're going to start with the photo mode, where we can find the watermark. We can choose one of these two watermarks, and of course, we can personalize them a little bit as well. Besides that, we have AI recommendations, where we can find the QR code scanner, and we can also toggle notifications about orientation. Besides that, we can choose the main camera default focal distance, and there's also the image format, so we can choose between JPG or HEIF. The picture quality, which by default is set to high, but we can also set it to standard or low if you want to save additional space. The metering preference, which can be set to face or average. Selfie settings, where we have the mirror effect. We can also adjust makeup effects for men, and we can also remove moles. Now, besides that, we have the shutter type, where we have additional ways to capture a photo, such as the tap anywhere. So you can tap anywhere on the camera preview in order to take a photo. You can also enable the palm shutter, so you can show your hand to the front camera, and then a 3-second timer will start, so you can capture a photo without having to touch anything on your phone. We also have the audio or the voice recognition, so you can say cheese out loud in order to capture a photo, and we have additional shutter that allows you to grab one more shutter button and place it anywhere on the screen. Then we have the motion tracking focus available for the photo mode. It is also available in the video mode, but we're going to move on to the video just in a second. We also have the correct lens distortion, so we can fix the distortions of lenses over here. And we have the fast shot option, which is a shortcut. If you double press the volume down button when the phone is locked, then you can easily and quickly open the camera and take the photo. You can also remove the take photo option and just open the camera, but if you want to be able to quickly grab the phone and capture a photo, right from the get-go, then in this case, this is how we can set it up. Just make sure that take photo is selected. Now, over here, we're gonna switch to the video mode, where we find the video encoder, so we can choose either H.264 for higher compatibility or HEVC for higher efficiency. Audio settings, which include smart noise reduction. So if there's like a wind, for example, while recording a video, then you can remove it or try to minimize it by using this noise reduction. We have the motion tracking focus for videos, as I mentioned before, HDR10+, and the automatic frame rate, which adjusts the or reduces the frame rate when we have low light conditions or high temperature environments. In the general, we can find a bunch of different options, including grid lights. So you can choose one of these two grids. You can also find the center mark and the straighten, also known as the leveler. Display parameters, where we have focus peaking, exposure verification, and histogram for the Pro photo mode, and audio histogram and waveform for Pro video mode. Preserve settings allows you to choose what should be saved when you exit the camera and go back into the camera later on. So if you don't want to, for example, go back through all different settings once again in order to set them back on, then of course you can preserve these settings over here. Besides that, we have the feature layout, and in this case you can choose which camera modes should be quickly accessible over here at the bottom without having to swipe up to go to more. You can also go to camera modes in order to choose how you want to access more camera modes, either by using the more option in camera modes or by swiping up. Then after that, we should be able to find the camera UI color, so you can actually change these accents to a different color. Shutter sound, you can completely change the sound of the shutter of the camera. So when you take a photo, then of course your camera can make different noise. We can also change the function of volume buttons. And then we're gonna go to quick snap shutter style. So this is available for the fast shot, I believe, which allows us to customize the shutter button so that you can actually know that you are using the fast shot once the camera is enabled. And some other stuff like the adaptive telephoto, screensaver. We can also save the location info, so you can save the information about where a photo was taken or where a video was recorded. In the shutter sound itself, which can be muted, for example. And then in other settings, we have the pocket mode, anti-banding, and we can restore default settings. And that is pretty much it. Of course, these different camera modes also have some additional stuff, like for example over here we can toggle the motion capture, the dynamic shot. We can also tap on this arrow in order to find some more stuff in here. And of course these options vary depending on the camera mode itself. Thanks for watching, leave a like and subscribe.